The Angel of Authenticity live from the Stick Fort. The bugs are driving me crazy already. I'm a little raspy, but that ain't gonna stop me none here. When you see me live, that means I'm playing my guitar. I've been trying to go live when I play. It helps document my journey without me having to store all the files on my phone. Because that's I run into a big storage problem everywhere I go. Google One is after me for my $1.99 a month, like every time. Like, we charged your card and you didn't have your $1.99. I'm like, yeah, well, I know, but like, how many pictures does the person need? Like, makes it harder. You're like, I'm not posting that. Sometimes you rewatch it. I never rewatch anything I post usually, unless I have to edit it. That's a fact. I don't, because I'll delete it. This is a way to have accountability for that, I guess. It is a journey. I won't. I'm not one of them people that if I ever do become famous, it's not because I sold my soul. It's from a lot of hours of sitting there sounding like shit before you come up with songs that sound good, when you write songs like I do. I don't play any cover music and I don't use YouTube at all for tutorials is learn how to play music. I'll use it for everything else. I'm on it all the time. I'm a junkie. Bona fide. But I don't use it at all for my guitar stuff. It comes from a very pure place of transmutation and practice and dedication. It still doesn't give you any natural talent, though. That's a fact, too. You'll be blessed with song ideas and lyrics and all that stuff, but like that won't make your ass be able to sing. Some people are just like a Pablo Picasso, and I think that some people are like more Norman Rockwell. They're transparent. It's like it looks like what it's supposed to. There's no complex thing to figure out. But others of us are trench art, forged from like all the blood and all the sweat and all the murder and mayhem, and fear. Emerges trench art. And that's such an amazing thing. And I look at people like trench art. Sometimes they're Norman Rockwell's, every now and then they're a Michelangelo, a grand master where people recognize. But really, art is about energy transmutation. And anybody that could be in the muck like that, still playing army men because they're stuck there anyway in the sand, what else are you going to do? I could totally relate to that. And I adopt a lot of that. I got a lot of my stoicism like that, I think. I think I'm stoic. I don't have a statue or nothing, but like, I don't know, that'd be like idolatry shit. I don't want to do that. I don't like to do things like that. I think of that would make God mad, which is different than other people's opinion, but I already know when God's mad at me. I don't know about you guys, but like, I know when God's mad at me. There's like nothing coming. I'm like that too, so I understand that. You gotta assume if somebody gets mad at you for something you do, that they might not ever talk to you again. That might be it. You might have just blew your own chance. You can't act all flim flammy around them, you know what I mean? People act right around them, people that demand that. Think about it. That's not just people in power or anything. It's people that demand that kind of respect in their area and where you're at, there you are. That's your area. It don't matter who owns it. It don't matter why you're there. If you conduct yourself right, but you got to really have a lot of self mastery over your controlling behaviors and remember that people are mirrors. You're just holding up a big mirror. Hear that, and fix that maybe. Just as much as like that energy will be like, oh, how about now? Oh, you don't want to do that yet? Well, how about now? You want to sell out now? Maybe now. I bet you're ready now, you know, just like they're like that. It's got to be like, we got to be the same way with our mirrors, you know, just realize that you are that mirror. Hold that shit up. Now you got to look. You're going to have to look. Eventually, you're going to have to get up to walk to look. You're going to have to see, like, you know, just transmute it. You don't have to do things for bad things, you know. Look at it like that, though. It might help you relate to people and understand people and get past the brick wall you might be both hitting. People are stubborn as fuck. You wouldn't even like them if they weren't, though. So, I mean, you gotta learn to work around people's quirks sometimes. I'm as quirky as they come, I'm just saying. The way I see it, like, we were God's masterpiece anyway. Some are just trench art, and others are some big deal. What really makes them a big deal is what really beside me. What makes something special? And if you have a lot of special things, does it make one less valuable? Or does it only make it special if it's like really rare where you're from? Isn't that kind of what it is? I mean, can you have too much of a good thing? I don't really know, but I know that trench art's always one of a kind. It was made from the blood and the sweat and the muck and the dither and the murder and the fear and the boredom. And then men on that day when they made that trench art, no doubt, were transmuting energy and learning how to cope. Through the stress and the distractions and the constant fear of never knowing what you didn't know, or nobody ever getting to see you, never really writing that book that you wanted to, and it's just be somebody else's story now. There's so many just like you, or maybe not, but there is going to be now, because everywhere you leave your footprint, changing it. I believe that that's somehow true. I made a lot of steps because I really beat defeat. Boy, have I beat defeat. And that's why I ended up marrying my motorcycle, you see. And my motorcycle goes right everywhere I go. All the time. And if not, I'll be beating defeat for another season, another time. I do that every now and again just because I kind of miss the old days. It's just me and my motorcycle. And then I cheated. I said, hey man, I mean, like, the motorcycle's great, like, me and you were doing great, like, we're forever bonded. That's no question. That's never going to be a question. But I need a way to transmute energy. See, my motorcycle's for empowerment. Like, I really need a way to transmute some energy. Because I got a lot of bad energy coming my way. I know where to keep it. Without just killing it. And then I thought, Eureka. What happened? I learned how to transmute it. How it comes in at me. Whole country's coming against you spiritually in a metaphor type of way. All the powerful people and all the cute ones too, probably. Because I know all the ones that ever helped me were real fucking ugly. But beauty's in the eye anyway. Massive amounts of bad energy coming through. The only way to fix that is to transmute it. Now, I like that idea. And I said, motorcycle. Her name's Betty, by the way. I'm going to have to figure out a way to carry a guitar on you. And she's like, bullshit. No. All the deal was, you're going to strip all this bullshit off this bike down, and you're going to make it look cool. But it'd be so comfortable as a cruiser, and maybe a little soft, you know, the windshield. And I just added more to it. Sometimes it's not something you don't need to do. Something that hasn't been done is like kind of what's giving you heat anyway, I figure. So yeah, it'll work. So it has 2 back fenders. It's a motorcycle, but it ain't a trike. Be on my bike there. That'd be me. Riding the melody. So now it's a love triangle. It's really a square. Me and God, the ancestors there. I believe in all that. My motorcycle, buried in 2 states. And Ben, here, my guitar. So all empowered, I transmute everywhere I go. Then I give it all back to God at the end of the day. I don't have a whole lot of places to keep things on my motorcycle, you see. So he still stores it for me. Whether it's bad energy or good energy being thrown at you, well, if it's good energy, then you don't really need to transmute it or steal it or swap it or try to take it. But nevertheless, good energy or bad energy. I suppose maybe there's a dark priest somewhere that would love to take some good energy and maybe make it bad, but I don't think that's the way it works. I don't know, though. I've never really asked. And I don't speculate, so. But either way, it doesn't matter. Energy being thrown at you in masses for no reason at all. Or maybe there is one. It's all free building materials for me. Or anybody else, for that matter. As long as you get a little self-mastery and you learn to transmute. Learn patience and grace. It gets given to you after demonstrating a whole lot of faith. Grace is a gift. Faith is earned. Through all the hope during times of discernment. I'm just making shit up, right? I was in the shop, blah, 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 blah. I better go play my guitar. So. I can't see the screen. I like it that way when I play, though, because then I get nervous if there's somebody on or there's not. But either way, it's a free way to store my progress. This is my new song. I call it Divinity, I think is what I'm going to call it. I don't know. I haven't wrote the lyrics all the way. I got an idea, but it's a song for the divine. It's got to be very natural, and it's been a process. It was a totally different song. It was something else, but like it wasn't quite right. It had a do progression was the same. I had that right, but it wasn't the right notes. So I tweaked it, and it's a work in progress. It's about how you could find the divine things anywhere, even in the trenches in trench art. As a matter of fact, it's been a theme of the month, I suppose. over it. One second though, I gotta tweak this. It's kind of humid. That's what I heard. Be a rock and roll star. I tune my guitar every time I play it. But sometimes you got to tune it a whole bunch while you're playing it. The weather sucks. And you're playing outside in precarious situations. Especially when you carry it on your bike. But like usually it's not very out of tune. Unless I get fast and stupid or something by smoking a little marijuana or something. That indeed will cause you to like do the wrong string. No, you're not paying attention. Sometimes it's cool not to pay attention. I don't care what anybody says. You learn how to do that, and then they're like, "Oh, you got to pay attention now." Like, I don't know. Sorry about your luck. You can't expect me to do one thing forever and learn to do something one way, and then expect something different later on. That would be crazy. That'd be like me wanting you guys to get on the path. You know, praise Jesus for that. You know, they're gonna be sorry later when they're down in heathen school. I make a lot of jokes about it, but there's nothing that's funny about eternal bondage and with your soul. And so, not at all. I almost stopped talking about it because I realized the brutality of it all. I'm like, that was the trick. Yeah, almost got me too. But I did feel that, you know. I have to overpower that and push past it. Our mind, our minds do everything for us, you know. You get in agreement with yourself, you'll be. And that's got to be like, I ask God I don't even know what I'm going to do on the day-to-day basis. I wake up and it could change. Like, I just go with my intuition, you know, and my gut. But I ask my angels and all my ancestors and God for help every day. You know, I don't ask them for help, but you know, I let them know that like, hey, we're co-creating here. Let's do it. Go and ride on a motorcycle. God loves me to ride my motorcycle. I know He does because He keeps me alive and talking. He wants me to be heard and seen, and I hate that idea, but sometimes you do what you got to do. This is my corner of the world, so I can do what I want in my sport, especially. I'm in the corner of the corner of the corner of the corner of the YouTube. Carrying on and on and on. About nothing at all. Should try to use this thing at least. My guitar pick. I try to use them to learn. So I end up going to my fingers. It's just, but it doesn't have as crisp of a sound on recording, especially. Sure, it's nice if you're serenading somebody by a campfire, but on recording it sucks, man. I'm really sorry about that. I'm working on that. Actually, I had these headphones. I was gonna try the microphone in them to see if that was any better, and I forgot. My next one, I'll have to compare them. When I wrote that song, I wrote it with a really weird timing because I wanted to challenge myself, and boy, it does it. I always fuck it up, man. It's really hard. It's supposed to be like dun 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 dun. You know, I don't know. But I don't even know that that's like 8-10 timing. It's probably like they don't even count. It doesn't even exist. But like there is a count to it. I can hear it in my head. It's supposed to be 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a what you gonna do? What you gonna do? That's what I was thinking when I wrote it. I don't know what that translates to, but it would be really nice to get a drummer or somebody on my team that would help me with that kind of thing. I'm just saying, because that's what I have a hard time with. Them. ADD is a motherfucker. As soon as I go into an app for something to try to figure that out, maybe if I can for free, figure it out like that, then as soon as I go do that, then like I'm gonna be like, ooh, look at that, and then I'm gonna be completely sidewalled, and to be justifying why I'm doing it somehow. Even though I went there for the one thing and I'm doing something completely different, and then I would be saying, no, no, I'm doing it's good that I got to do this because I could do everything in here. You know, like no, I don't have no accountability though, so there's nobody to tell me bullshit. You know what I mean? So I'm just fucking out in the world doing all kinds of crazy stuff with all kinds of projects started and needs and wants and gifts and talents. My guitar still sounds out of tune to me. I don't know what's going on. Because it was. Alright, just a few of those tweaks here. I could hear it and then it don't sound right. I know it doesn't sound like it should because I tune it every time I play it. So I can't ever tell you what's wrong with it, but I can tell it that it's not as it should be. Possibilities are endless. What could be wrong with it? You know what I mean? It depends on who you ask. No doubt. now the words. I've already fucked it up pretty good. Twice. Maybe it'll be easier without worrying about the pick. Justify, justify. I heard you pass to the other side, my friend. That highway that you live on. Well, one thing's for sure. I bet you did it upside down and backwards, sideways, probably on your head. With a 45, 1 inch in. And your dynamite smile and a grenade grin. You're probably sitting out back behind the pearly gates in the woods somewhere. Trying to figure your way in with night vision strapped to your face. Sock full of ammo, sword in your pants. And your dynamite smile. And your grenade grin. I just want to know one thing. Whatever happened to looking both ways before you cross that highway, man? Now you found yourself dead. Your head in your hand in disbelief. That you really do gotta get it past some guy named Pete. What was it called? Never really did read that book at all, did you, brother? But I think you're alright. I think you'll be okay. Your dynamite smile is a grenade breaker. Sock full of ammo, sword in your pants, night vision strapped to your face. Your dynamite smile and your grenade grin. And a 45. One in each hand. As you pass to the other side of that highway, I bet you did it upside down, backwards, sideways, on your head, with a sock full of ammo and a sword in your hands, and a 45, one in each hand, and you're out back behind early gates with some night vision strapped to your face. Okay, anyway, yeah, I forgot what song I was playing now. I guess it's time to play the other song now. I wrote them back to back to each other, ironically enough, so maybe that's why I go right in. I have one long song, really. I got 20 songs, maybe, but one long song is what it really is. And I did write them back to back, so that's interesting that I played it. I played the one I was working on, which I always do. I try to do that first, usually, because I'm working on it. And then, yeah. This one is the song I wrote for me. The other song, that was the song I wrote for a fellow that passed to the other side, obviously. AKA the JT song. This song here is the next song, and I wrote it for me. It's called My Box. I weaved me a nice little box here that I'm in now. I don't know if you noticed, that's kind of like a little bird cage. I control the door though. Isn't that interesting though? That's my way of showing my freedom. It's building me a bird cage. There's a lot of metaphorical things you could really look into that. Maybe if you look at it from that perspective. I didn't until one day I realized that's kind of what it would have looked like if you were a bird's eye view, you know? Me building my own little cage. Then I had to go, and I went and rode my motorcycle. To cage my ass. I didn't come in here for like 2 weeks. It is neat. I like forts. How can you not like a fort? If you don't like a fort, you're just a fucking prude. A Philly fart. That's probably my favorite song I wrote. I need to practice it more. I don't play it a lot because it's that good. I feel like it's my top 10. It would be like way better if I was the one playing it, though. That's the thing. Or singing it. I need to get Mr. White Stripes on the phone. We need to hashtag him or something. They need to play this song right here. That would be great if they did. I wonder what the timer's at. What is this? I've been yakking on for a long time here. What's it say? It says what? Okay, 39:21 maybe? I gotta remember that. 39:21. 39. I would hashtag the Mr. White Stripes because it would be really cool for them to do this song right here. If they would want to, I don't know. But it would be a really cool White Stripe song anyway. I just write them, you know. It's a song for the youth. It's called It's All Fucked Up. So if you don't like the fuck word, then just click off. I thought about replacing it with messed up and stuff like that, but really fucked up is the only way to emphasize some of it. I do try to not say it as much, but it's what it is, man. It's the fuckery that's here already. I didn't put the fuckery there, you know. We're trying to clean the fuckery up, you know. But the fuck word's gonna be involved a lot when you're cleaning the fuck word up. And it's not country music, it's folk music, so I think I'm allowed to do that. I'll have them playing it on the radio, man. We'll have a fuck revolution as far as a fucking revolution. It's time for a fucking revival. How about that? Mark that down and put your pipe and smoke it. You don't think Jesus will be walking there with us? He will be. Does he care if it's got fucking in the title? Probably could care less. I'm just saying. Probably hates the sign anyway. We don't need a sign. What do we need a sign for? He didn't have a bunch of #1 foam things there going in the desert. Moses is #1. Yeah, I doubt it. It's flim flam and riff raff you don't need in your life, you know? So if I had something profound to say, I tell the generation next to be on their way. Cause it's all fucked up. First I tell them that life's nothing but a maniac. Just trying to put a noose right around their neck. Cause it's all fucked up. Things are really fucked up, man. Well, it all starts with first you get tricked into marriage. Then your only wheels are a baby carriage. Cause it's all fucked up. Things are really fucked up. So then you go to talk to your kids about the birds and the bees, trying to be the responsible parent that you are. You open up the door and your daughter's on her knees, cause it's all fucked up, man. So then you have to go work your ass off night and day, just to make another asshole's pay. Cause it's all fucked up. You break free from the man, well then you gotta have some dough, so try gambling. And that's when you'll hear, hey, darling. That's like, hey, but shake it, man. He said, money will buy you anything. I said, is that so? But that ain't true, sir. I never wanted gambling, and you can't buy no win. I don't know if that's changing. Anytime, real soon. Get all out of control. So then you're kicking rocks and you go home, and them old timers sitting there tell you that it can't be done, and if it was worth doing, it'd be done by them. They're just old and fucked up. Don't listen to them. People come up with new things every day. Then they say that you can't get your days back, the ones that you live. But that's a lie. Mine are marked off on my bedroom wall. Groups of 5. There's a tally for every day that I've been alive. And I figure it like this, kids. Ahead or behind, them days are still mine. So if I had something profound to say, yeah, I think I tell them kids to be on their way. There's nothing to see here. It's pretty fucked up. I'd say it's like really, probably more than uber fucked up. We just don't even know the half of it yet. I tell them life is nothing but a maniac, just trying to put a noose around their little necks. Don't let them trick you though. It's you, and only you. They can say, fuck position in the first place. How do you like me now? It puts me into another song I wrote. If this ain't the color purple, then I don't know what the blues are. No. If this ain't purple, right? No. If this ain't the blues, that's what it is. If this ain't the blues, then I don't know what the color purple is. That's the name of the song. I don't think it's really blues or really, I don't know. I don't know if I have a genre of it. I have a genre, but not a genre. I switch gears here.